Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. Just something I wanted to touch on very quick. This is relatively new news. I thought it was kind of interesting, at least for me. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Fidelity Digital Assets, or FDAS, will take its time about adding support for Ethereum, the executive in charge of the new platform said. The digital asset trading and custody branch of Fidelity Investments, which went live this quarter, has developed an internal framework for evaluating any cryptocurrencies that may be added in the future, according to the Fidelity Digital Assets president, Tom Jessop. While Jessop had previously said that the Fidelity Digital Asset Services might look to add Ether and other cryptos, he told CoinDesk on Thursday that the process to do so may not be so cut and dry. He said, "We're currently supporting Bitcoin. We have designs to support other coins over the balance of the year, center to various criteria, including our in-house selection framework, where we obviously look at client demand and other things. This framework looks at how decentralized a coin is, what the client demand looks like, and whether there are any peculiarities about the protocol which would make it difficult to launch or continue to support a given cryptocurrency on their platform. And so far, at least, client demand has correlated tightly with market cap," Jessop has said. He said, "We would probably go into market order. That's where the demand is, but that doesn't mean that we will list every coin. There may be reasons why we won't list a coin that have nothing to do with, quite frankly, client demand. Okay, why not?" As one example, Jessop pointed to Ethereum, currently the second largest crypto. He explained, "We'd love to have support for Ether, but you know you have a hard fork coming up and some upgrades, so I think we're trying to see how things work out before we make a decision to put them on the platform." The recent Constantinople hard fork implemented a number of upgrades to Ethereum, including lowering the Ether block reward, as well as a few other technical changes. Another one called Istanbul is tentatively expected in October. The craziest part for me is that if you paid attention to one of the last videos we were talking about, and even the one before that, and I think one before that as well, Fidelity has officially launched their cryptocurrency custody platform. It appears that they're only listing Bitcoin at this point. They said that they have plans to list other cryptocurrencies, but Ether may not be it, at least for the time being. And even the actual time frame of, where was it, October? That's a very long time. Because one would only assume, especially we've seen this as well on other cryptocurrency platforms as well, when there is a hard fork or when there is a major upgrade, especially even on Binance, Binance will tell you that they may not, not that they won't support the coin, but they tell you to be cautious of the coin for at least a couple of weeks while they make sure that the upgrade has gone through properly so that your funds aren't lost and stolen. You've seen these articles before. If we have a situation where Fidelity starts adding more coins, but they skip over Ethereum, I wonder exactly how that would affect the price, because the idea is that Fidelity is large enough to be able to handle potentially billions, if not tens and 20, 30 billion, 40 billion, maybe 100 billion or more worth of custody for high-level institutional grade people, company, institutions, whatever you want to call them, to be able to hold their coins. If they are told, "We cannot hold Ether," or "We will not hold Ether," or "We are not going to hold Ether because of upgrades, because of hard forks, because of so and so and so," that could then push people away from even think about buying Ether to have part of their portfolio, because they plan on holding their stuff with Fidelity, but Fidelity doesn't hold it. So why would you hold $15 million worth of Ethereum on your computer when you could just give it to Fidelity, who's not holding Ether? Just kind of something that was floating through my head. It seems very weird. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. That's 8 months, maybe even November, depending on if they decide to do. I doubt that they're going to reverse their opinion very rapidly and say that they're going to list it immediately. Quite interesting. I don't think we have any actual indication as to exactly the other coins that are going to be listed on Fidelity. I would assume, first of all, it actually says something around here as well. He said he cited another cryptocurrency, Ethereum Classic, as an example of a project that would require an in-depth risk assessment due to the 51% attack the protocol suffered early this year, which means that they're probably not going to be listing Ethereum Classic anytime soon until the network probably becomes robust enough that they don't have to worry about having it I mean, you can't offer support for something that is risky or that could potentially have a 51% attack, because then you, not that they're liable for it, but you know how finance works, especially if you are from the States. It's kind of all I'm going to say on that. Anyway, it's fairly obvious. Obviously, Bitcoin is there. We know that XRP is going to be listed on the NASDAQ. It's been listed on Coinbase, so there doesn't seem to be a big problem for them to list XRP on their platform as well. I don't know how much, well, Litecoin as well. Litecoin is probably going to be one as well. I don't know how much further it goes. They're not going to list, if they're not listing Ethereum, they're probably not listing any ERC20 tokens anytime soon. I don't know what else would stand the chance to be listed on Fidelity. I want to say Stellar, Litecoin. EOS has a huge question mark over its head. I don't know the stability of the platform. We haven't really heard a lot from or about EOS over the last couple of weeks, months. I can't think of any or many other coins, especially because a lot of the larger financial institutions have noted that when they do start adding coins, that they're looking between the top 5 to top 7 cryptocurrencies that are kind of out there as a metric for adding things on their platform. They could potentially add Bitcoin Cash. I'm not sure how keen they are on that, because you may have noticed, because I've noticed, there's been a huge step back away from Bitcoin Cash, as far as part of the issue that we had in 2017 when Bitcoin Cash was born, and also in 2018 for people who were new to the cryptocurrency space, is that they thought that Bitcoin Cash was its own Bitcoin, if that kind of makes any sense. They didn't understand what a hard fork was, how Bitcoin Cash came to be, the politics behind it, and a lot of people were actually, thank you Roger Ver, were actually buying Bitcoin Cash on Bitcoin.com, thinking that it was Bitcoin, as they had renamed Bitcoin Core, so it caused a lot of confusion. So with people who are relatively new to the cryptocurrency space, especially when you have institutional investors and all these other people who are just ready to throw millions of dollars at it, I think that they're probably going to try, I think on many different platforms, they're probably going to only list Bitcoin for a very long time. And then eventually, like a year or two down the line, when people understand that there's a huge difference between Bitcoin Cash, I can only assume that they'll have these things on their website where they like make you click on it to know exactly what the difference is before you actually invest in it, to kind of make sure to differentiate them. But even then, like, we haven't seen much support for Bitcoin Cash, and I doubt we're going to see any for SV anytime soon. Anyway, that's once again speculation. There's a lot of stuff floating around in the cryptocurrency space. I assume that we'll have a bit more clarification on exactly what's going to be happening with all of this relatively soon. But it appears as of now, Fidelity has no initial future soon-to-be plans to actually end up adding Ethereum. I want to see if they're actually going to go ahead and list if they list XRP before Ethereum, that'd be kind of cool. I won't lie. Anyway, I think that's definitely going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. Thank you all again for watching and or listening. And yeah, I'll talk to you all soon. See you.